Like I said, we started looking at this around the 4261 area. What's going on here? There we go. 4261 area for SPX. Yeah. So that same area, because we saw it drop down, and the low for that time was at 85 cent, was the 75 cents, something like that. 80% was the low for that. And when we started crossing above, and you can see by the times, let's go look at the times. When we started crossing that 41 or 4261 area, you'll see what I'm talking about. Because it's right around this time frame, because I started getting into that play in this area, which is, I think, like I said, it was in the between this, somewhere in this area between this 109 and 115, a little dip that came down below. So probably got in about that 105, somewhere in that area. And then it ran up to $2.25, like 15 minutes later. So, coming in at $1, you're instantly at 100%. It came back down and dipped down. I know I got out around here the first time because that first dip, I was like, "Ugh, I don't think I want that one." And then FOMC prep started to happen. So now at one, we're sitting there waiting on stuff to happen. And like I said, I was on voice chat during that time. But then, as you can see, this will end up happening on, this is what ends up on my muted. What's going on here? Yeah, so this is what ended up happening. Oops. Yeah, so if you came in here and you stayed in that play from this dollar time frame, you have a $6, $7 move that ended up happening for you. And even if you, because when I tell people sometimes, like during this time, if you get in at $1, it might be safe to not have a stop loss. Because if you have a stop loss on here, these big, huge candles, they can take you out real quick. But if you have a certain target, let's say you wanted to target 7, like my initial targets were way up here at the $9 and $9.50. But like I said, you got to be realistic sometimes. And that's why you got to adjust, because then, you want to use the analyze tab to find out where your, where the underlying price has to go in order to get to that $9. Because it'll be great for me to come in and be like, oh, I want this 900% return or 800% return. But how much does the stock have to move for me to get to that $9? You know what I'm saying? So just look at that too. But yeah, we took it at around this area, took the first profits here. It comes back down and, try to get in around this area. I know the people that were on the call, it got up to 275. And I told them, like, look, just hold on to that. Just hold on to that. And then boom, it pops up to $6. So if you had a contract, if you had your contract, like if you were like safe and you really wanted to get 200%, so you put it in at 1, and then it came back, you put an entry in at 3, you've hit your target, because the contract is going to sell during these times. It's going to sell at that 3. And then if you came back in here and got back in again at like 149, and you put some orders down here in this area, you got in at 149, boom, that next one went up to 6. So you had about 4 or 5. I know this is not the ideal time to trade SPX, and I really do not recommend this for anybody that is brand new, even if you're seasoned trading. Because I even told the people in my room, I was like, look, I'm not trading that crazy. Because when it popped up, it came right back down. I was like, yeah, you're not about to catch me. But then, this move here, after everything settled at about 1424 to 1430, you had that good move that came down right to that $2 mark, and then it just ran straight up here to $7. So like I said, when you're trading these, this is the contract. I'm looking at the contract and not the underlying anymore. Because once I lock in and I know my levels, I come over to the contract and I'm saying, look, let's see what's going on with the contract. Boom, stay on the contract. I know this is a call, so it's going to move the same as SPX, or it's going to move the same as the underlying. When it takes a dip, it's going to dip. When it goes up, it's going to go up. So it's directly related. If it was a put, it would be inversely related. So like we say, it would go up. If the stock went up, the contract is going down, just like a put would. So try it out. just come in here. If you're risking, let's say if you're risking $100, sometimes it might not be a bad idea not to have that stop loss on or to have a manual stop loss so that you can move it up and move it down. But when the stuff is moving like this, you won't be able to change that. So just pay attention to that. And yeah, so just pay attention to it. Set up your active trader. Active trader is the best. I'm telling you right now, active trader to set your active trader up. Come in here and set your stuff up. And if you don't want to stop loss, so like you can just come in here and click on the order and you'll have your automatic order automatically put in. You can just uncheck the box here for the stop loss and then just not put it on there and just let it run. Put it in for 200% and get your 200% and move on. Don't be greedy, just move on. So this is part 2. I'm done. All right, holla at y'all.